to use the restroom on the train. But when she turned around and looked at the next car, the very car with the restroom simply disappeared. At that moment, she suddenly realized that something seriously wrong was happening. She immediately ran to inform the conductor. The conductor went to check the missing fifth car and then returned, telling her not to panic. He even lied and said that there was never any car behind them. But as more people wanted to use the restroom, more passengers started noticing this strange gap. A young guy stepped forward and asked why the staff was lying, because his friend had literally just gone into the fifth car to use the restroom. At this point, it was impossible to hide the truth. The conductor had to tell everyone that the fifth car might have malfunctioned and somehow remained on the tracks unnoticed. To understand what happened, he quickly inspected the train and found something extremely strange. The electrical panel was tangled in weeds and thick sticky liquid constantly dripped down. As he stood there in confusion, he saw something even more horrifying in the train window. Vague outlines began to appear. They were passengers who had disappeared along with the fifth car. A strong sense of anxiety instantly overcame him. He immediately ran to inform the engineer. The engineer, upon seeing the missing fifth car, was completely shocked because detaching a car requires manual control from him, and he swore he never touched the fifth car. To find answers, the engineer immediately recordings. But the was already out of order to avoid panic, and he told the conductor not to tell the passengers yet. But they didn't realize one thing. The train was so slowly entering a dark tunnel, and it was in this tunnel that the people in the fourth car finally learned. As soon as the train entered the tunnel, sharp screams and howls instantly erupted inside the car before anyone could react. One passenger was grabbed by the neck by some invisible force. Someone tried to help, and then the neck was also grabbed. Immediately after that, everyone in the fourth car started moving in distorted and eerie ways. Some were uttering nonsense, some were falling to the floor in pain, and some looked as if they were completely possessed. A photographer tried to capture what was happening, but when he raised the camera, he saw a spirit above them, completely wrapped in vines. At that moment, a girl standing at the door of the third car accidentally saw the nightmare happening in the fourth car. All the faces in the fourth car twisted and distorted, and they all died right there. In the next second, the fourth car completely detached from the train. After the girl screamed, everyone finally understood what was happening. They assumed that every time the train goes through a tunnel, the last car takes an evil spirit until all the cars disappear. This meant one thing: if the train entered the next tunnel, the third car would disappear next. The girl suggested everyone move to the second car, but the second car was full of wealthy people. They didn't allow regular passengers to enter, and first class was even worse. There were railroad developers there, and they certainly weren't going to let the poor in. One passenger who knew the truth still snuck into the second car. As soon as he entered, his smell instantly became the object of disdain from the wealthy passengers. Fortunately, the people in the second car didn't yet know what the train was going through, so they didn't escalate the situation, but the train was still rushing at full speed. It would soon be entering the next tunnel. For her own safety, Lisa quickly hid in the restroom of the second car, and indeed, the train burst into yet another pitch-dark tunnel. When everything plunged into darkness again, strange things started happening once more. The lights in the third car flickered wildly, and then a whole flock of spirits instantly appeared. The passengers were so terrified that they could barely breathe, but fear couldn't stop what was coming. In the next second, all the passengers in the third car disappeared. Screams tore through the entire train. People hiding at the entrance of the second car saw this horror with their own eyes. When the train finally exited the tunnel, the third car was completely detached from the main train. And then the wealthy passengers in the second car finally panicked. They realized that the next tunnel could be their last moment. To stop this, everyone demanded the engineer make an emergency stop. But the truth could no longer be hidden, and finally, the engineer told them the truth. From the moment the train started moving, the electrical system kept malfunctioning. The train was already uncontrollable, and it couldn't be stopped. Upon hearing this, everyone demanded to get into first class. But a magnate from first class came out, told them to stop dreaming, then turned around and went back, locking the first class door tightly. Another tunnel was already near. Complete hysteria broke out in the second car. The train, in complete chaos, plunged into the tunnel. Darkness engulfed everything. Spirits appeared again, and after one eerie scream, passengers